If he decides to talk to her, he has to remember that she is connected to her, okay? And her is connected to her. He has to understand that she's in community group with these two. So in retrospect, all of these women are basically one. So if he decides to talk to her, he loses out on these two options. So if you just do a quick FOIL method here, you will realize that all of these have to be canceled out. They're basically one person operated in three different entities.
Not the Holy Spirit. But it's true though, because when we think about it, the male-female ratio in church is always it tips towards the women being more. But then, most times when we talk about men not approaching women in church, it's always that he's probably scared of rejection or the men in church are not serious. But the truth is that one thing that they have not factored, or we have not factored into this, is that sometimes men actually pursue women in church, but then they have a certain number of women they can pursue in church. Take, for example, a guy can say, okay, I'm in a church of 200 people, and I want to ask this sister out, just like he explained in this video. Once he asks this sister out, just because there is a small circle of young people in that church, he can no longer ask the friends out, because now you know the mindset. Like, let's not act like we don't know this. We know that mindset where if you ask my friend out, well, you cannot ask me out anymore. The whole friend group is cancelled out. And well, this man doesn't want to proceed to ask another person out. Now he's done with the church, the people in his church. Now he has to look outside. And let's say even if it's in a bigger church, in a mega church, 1,000, some men, their threshold is probably 3, 4, or 5. Once they ask up to 3 or 4 or 5 ladies out in church, they are done. And if they get rejected, they are done. They're not doing that anymore, because now they don't want to get into that situation where if they ask someone else out, now an information spreads around the young adult, because people talk, whether you like it or not. And then this guy is now seen as the guy who goes about asking women out in church. He's now seen as a player. He's now seen as so many things you want to call it. So once they exhaust the number they feel is okay within the church environment, and it didn't work out, it didn't go their way, then they're out of it. They start looking outside or looking into other church. So ladies will now be like, oh, why are the men in our church not asking us out, or why are they going out to marry? The reason they are doing it is also because they have exhausted their option in church. Not that they are not seeing people attractive in the church to go to, but now they don't want to get into that situation where they become players.